The monthly expiration is upon us. We just made about $4,000 this month selling options, mostly selling naked puts. Now, when you sell naked puts, the goal is not to become rich. The goal is to cover your monthly expenses so you retire early or quit your 9 to 5, supplement your income, whatever. Aim for about 3-4K a month. Don't need a big budget. Let's go over all the trade, and this is just the trades that I posted either free on YouTube or in the group before we moved to school. Link below. There's probably 5 more trades that expire next week, including MicroStrategy, MSTX, the leverage one. It's $100 now. We sold the $60 naked puts, expire next week. Collected like, I don't know, 150, will expire worthless most likely. That's how we do it. I use math, I use statistics, I use 8ATR. Let's see what we got. We got Oracle, and look at this. All those trades are expiring next week, December 20. When you do about 20-25 trades a month, one a day, give or take, 80% will expire worthless. 15%, let's say, will be break even, just close the trade. 5%, not even 5%, the last 5%, 4 will be at a small loss of about, I don't know, $200, $300, $400, and 1 could be a big damage unless you manage it early. So this is not passive, just sell naked options and go all about it. Just you gotta stay active. You gotta pay attention every couple of days, check your balance, see what's going on. If you're starting to see a big losses after a day or two, cut the trade. It's part of the game. So let's just go over the trades, and again, you can join the free school group below. Got December trade idea, retire on margin right here. It's free to join. Let's get to it. So we got all those trades. Let's see where we are. Again, I use 8ATR. We got Oracle. It was 190. At the time we sold the 160. I sell at the 8 times ATR, assuming IVR is good, TTM squeeze is good, the Kettler channel 4x to the extreme is also good in the mid-range. Don't know what I'm talking about? Shoot me a DM in Retire on Margin school group or on YouTube, up to you. So we sold the 160, collected $100. The beauty of Tasty is the buying power. You do not need Robinhood to put, if you sell the 160 here, you would need 16,000 buying power. You need 5,000 in here. You need Snowflake. You need 5,000. You see, 5,000, 6,000, 4.5, 9,000, 5, 2,000. We're gonna get to all of them. So let's see what we got step by step, one by one. And again, we did 10 in here, another 5 that expire next week in the school group, and probably another 10 or so for January that we started about a week or two ago as well, following all my rules that I have and checkpoints before I set a trade on. Okay, so we go to Oracle right now just to show you we collected. Let's go to the 160. It all expired in the December 20. And 160 is now it's worthless, $8. I'm just gonna let it expire worthless. They already posted earnings, they were down, and now it's worthless, the 160. And we collected for this one, how much we collect? About $100. I try to collect $100 for every 5K in buying power, assuming everything else aligns in my indicators, which is not RSI and all the popular ones. No, statistics, math, numbers, and probabilities. That's what I do. I go by probabilities, I go by math, I go by odds in my favor. Collect $100, it will expire worthless. The next one, we did a Snowflake. It was 134 at the time. We sold the 100 put, 34% out of the money. How crazy is this? And then they shoot up after earnings. There's not even need to check, but I will check. We sold 100 put, collected $100, $98, and we put $4,500 on the line. And basically Robinhood would ask you to put $10,000 on the line. Why? Because they can and YouTube pushes cash secure puts on Robinhood because people don't know any better. Don't use your entire account on one trade. If you have $20,000, you do one cash secured puts of a $200 stock, you're done. You collect $100, $200, you're done for the month. You can't do anything. It's a problem. So just something to consider. Use your money efficiently. So we got the 100 puts. Let's see, snowflake. Let's go to snow. Same thing. It's $170. It's useless. 8 days from now, I'm not even. There's no point of doing anything. It's useless. See, they're $1. Maggie, you can close it now for $1 if you want. See, it's gonna expire worthless. Let's move on. And that's it. I'm not. Hey, we're gonna make 10,000 a month. No. If you wanna extra, and depends on your buying power, of course. If you have $5,000 total, it's hard to make $4,000 a month. Let's be real. The more money you have, the more options you have in everything in life. And this is no different. The next one we got, Dick's Sporting Goods, was $200. We sold the 150. That's like 25% away from the money, something like that. It needs to go 33% up. I need to change the Excel. That's why I started the group. Collect $102. Pretty simple. $5,000 in buying power. Collect $100. Let's see the 150 DKS. Let's see this one. DKS right here. It's 220 right now. It was 200. Now it's 220. 150 will expire worthless. $7. The most money that you can make is when the option is between day 45 and day 21. That's what Tasty Trade, I follow them. Okay, that's why most of my trades are between 40 and 60 days to expiration, and I start to manage them in about 2-3 weeks to expire. About 3 weeks, 10 to 10 days left. I start to close or just let it expire worthless in those cases. When I see stuff that there's no chance it will go to 150, and if it does, great. I'll be happy to own because it's 8 times the ATR. That's the key. 8 times the ATR. Now, sure, people can say, "Oh, it's a bull market." Yes, it's a bull market. Take advantage of the bull market. So many ways to make money in a bull market. I'm just showing you something that works for longevity. I don't gamble on calls unless there's very specific timing for buying calls and buying puts. Let's continue the next one just to show you. JP Morgan, same thing. It was 243. We sold at 225. Collect $100. Almost 7,000 buying power. Okay. That's just something to do. Something you don't have to take all the trades. You don't have to take any trades. Just learn. Learn about 8 times ATR, learn about implied volatility, when to actually put the trade. I have specific criteria that I use. Yeah, basically, just join the school group. It's free. Okay, so let's see JP Morgan 225, where we are now. I checked yesterday, it was worthless. 241. It was 243, it's 242 now, like 3 weeks later. Nothing changed in the price of the stock, but the option, the put option, obliterated. Okay, not probably, exactly. 225. 225. Oh, I did twice. Okay, let's remove this one. 225. $18. It's worthless, but it's $18 now because why not? Because there's still time decay of a week. But at the end of the day, it's gonna expire worthless in a week. You can close it. It's up to you. You made 80%. Up to you. But it is worthless. Let's move on. CarMax, KMX. It was 78. We sold the 65 put, but we did 2 contracts. Collect $135, $134, 4,500 in buying power. Again, I got, if all math and criteria are working for me, then I like to collect $100 for every 5K in buying power. That's just my goal. Okay, so let's see what we got. 65 puts, same thing. KMX, You click here, KMX, 8 days to expiration, it's 86. Yes, it's a bull market. Take advantage of the bull market. Don't just be afraid of a crash. There's a black swan hedge trade idea that I start to put every quarter. I only did it once, but every quarter I will start, say in the first week of January. It will be my second time that I will do the black swan hedge trade. And this will go also in the Retire on Margin school group course that is coming up, so feel free to join. It's not gonna be on YouTube, it's way too valuable. But if the market do crash and you have a black swan portfolio, like buying like Delta One, it's something complex. That is like three legs for this, including Delta One. That portfolio, if everything crashes, that black swan hedge makes you like, I don't know, 6-7 figures or multi 6 figures. It's something crazy. So this will be in the course that I'm building. I don't know if it will be free or maybe like $200-300 or something, but this is way too valuable to pass on. That's why I'm not afraid of a major crash, because until a major crash comes, I will collect income selling 8 times ATR naked puts, mostly some Jade Lizard, some short strangles on futures, etc. Stuff like that. But at the end of the day, if a major crash happens, the black swan hedge should make me even more money than all the crashes itself on the naked puts that I sold for that specific month. And until then, we collect $3,000 here, $4,000 the next month, etc., etc. With occasional losses. It's part of the game. Nothing is 100%. I trade small, I trade often. That's the tasty motto, and I like to follow that. So we got 2 in here. Let's continue. CarMax, $14. It's worthless. Will expire worthless. Same things. A 65 put. It's not just, I don't aim for, I don't know, round numbers, and I don't aim for $500 per contract in the money or a little bit out of the money. No, I use math, I use statistic. I go every trade, I check the ATR, I multiply this by 8, I make sure this is green, there's no squeeze, I make sure the IVR is over 50, 66 as of today, which means the options are expensive, so I'll be an option seller. I make sure the 4 times Kettler channel to the extreme is around the blue line and not in the extreme levels, which is the red or the green. When all this checks out, I take a trade, assuming all other factors are aligned, like 5K buying power for every 100K in income. That's it. Let's move on. Lululemon 330, they posted earning, they went to like $400. We did a 260 naked puts, collected $185. Let's see where it is now. It's probably worthless as well. Same thing. It's not probably, I checked yesterday. You see, $400. Same thing, and now it's at the red line. It means that it needs to adjust and go back to the blue line. Simple as that. Simple as that. We're gonna go here. We're gonna check the 260. And here we go. It's worthless. It's worthless. You collected $185. You put 9,000 on the line. Sure, some people don't have it, but it's about $100 for 5K. So this was worth it to me. And if Lululemon after the earnings, when it was 330, like before the earnings, if after earnings it crashes to like 250, then and only then I would have to put 26,000 on the line if I want to get assigned or close the trade early for a little loss. That's it. That's it. Robinhood would ask you to put $26,000 on the line. You can't even do this trade. It's too insane to use Robinhood for selling puts. It doesn't make sense. I use Robinhood. I got YMAX. I got like crazy margin maintenance so low. It's beautiful. That's it. That's why I use YieldMax. Just YMAX now. I had other stuff. I'm just on YMAX now. Let's go on. Nvidia. We got it's like 135 now. It was 148 and we sold the 120. And it still went down like 10% to like 145, whatever. It's 120 now. The 120 put, it's probably worthless. Why it's worthless? Because there's a week to expiration. That's it. Notice at 148 we sold the 120. That's 30 bucks. That's 20% down. If Nvidia drops 20%, yeah, I'll buy 100 shares and sell the wheel, do the 125 covered calls. It's not the end of the world. But if it doesn't, that 124 bucks is mine to keep, and the buying power is less than 5,000 compared to Robinhood that will ask you to put $12,000 on the line. For this specific scenario, let's go here. We got Nvidia. It's actually right here. Let's move this one. Yeah, there's Nvidia right here. 136, nothing changed. 136, you go to the 120, and it's still worth something because people are gamblers, but it's gonna be close worthless. It's about 12% away. 12% away in a week, and Nvidia goes down 12%, probably in a week. Possibility, yeah, but theoretically no. And if it does, great. There's a 97% chance that this will expire worthless. I just move on. That's it. Just move on. Let's continue. The next one that we have done is Avago. 140. It was 168. We sold the 140. Collect 116. We put 4,200 on the line. You see a theme in here? For every 4 or 5K, I collect about 100 bucks in income. And that's it. Simple as that. That's what I'm trying to do. Collect about 3K a month to cover most of my bills. Now it's more expensive with everything, but most of my bills. And I also add, there's also gold that we've done in the members area in school, also should expire any day now, around either worthless or we collected like 100 bucks. I'm gonna check this as well. Let's see what we got. Avago 140, pretty simple. AVGO right here, 180. It was 160. We sold 140. Look at this. Look how far it is out of the money. 15 bucks. It's worthless. It's useless. It's gonna expire worthless. There's not even a need to close the trade. It's gonna expire worthless. And there's some chance that the 99% will not happen, and this will drop from 180 to 140. You own 100 shares, and only at that point in time you need $14,000 in your bank, in your Tasty account, compared to when you took the trade, where you just needed $4,000 on the line compared to 14,000, which Robinhood would ask you to put just to take one trade. It's so inefficient on your money. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't care about the stock. I don't care about the underline. I care if the math works. If the math works, and it's like stocks that I know, don't go like, I don't know, penny stocks and all that. Do something logics, companies that you know, like, love, trust, all that stuff. Use less buying power, collect more income. Simple as that. Nike, it was 76. We sold the 70 put. Collect 100 bucks, $2,000 in buying power. You could have done two. Collect 200 for 4,000. It's up to you. Let's see this one. It's around 76 now. I checked yesterday. Nike, right here, 79. They have earnings. That's the problem with Nike. They have earnings next week. So the 70, you see here, it's worth 45. So it's worth half because the earnings are looming next week. Now, what do I do in those cases when the earnings are on the 19th, like a day before? This is also a side note, very important. If there's earnings one day before the expiration, I will close the trade. I will close the trade probably in a couple of days before the earnings, probably Thursday on the 18th or something. I'll close the trade. This will probably be, I don't know, anywhere between 30 and 50. Close the trade, make 50%, move on. It's not a big deal. You made 50 bucks for $2,000. That's it. You don't have to win all of them, 100% of the income. If there's earning looming and there's a chance, it's a chance. It doesn't mean that it will happen. But if the earnings are one day before the expiration, I close the trade. I don't want to be in that binary move up or down. Nike can go to 90 and plus, and Nike can go to 60 and under. I don't want to take that risk just 1 day to expiration, and that's it. And that's why I will close this trade as well. Let's move on. But you still made 50% as of today. FedEx, same story. They also have earnings, I think. 293. We sold the 255. Collect about 200 bucks, 187, and $7,600 on the line compared to $25,000 that Robinhood would ask you to put. Okay, 187 right here. Let's check. Let's check. They also have earnings, so this is not completely out of the woods. Same thing, December 19, and this is worth 415. Okay, so that's a problem for you. It's a problem for you if you make it a problem. This is 200. Okay, it's not the end of the world. Let's do this. You collected 187. Okay, you collected 187. You can close this trade now at 415. You're down about 230 bucks. That's a possibility. You can wait it out, okay, because we're at 280 and this is 255. Theoretically, it's worth zero, but there's still a week, there's still earnings, so that's why the options are expensive. You can gamble. I put this trade because I like to own FedEx at around 250, 100 shares. I don't have a problem to either, I don't know, if it goes to 250, 240, whatever the case, it's okay. I can put 25,000 on the line and have 100 shares and then do covered calls, collect 500 income, sell 260, whatever. I sell 2 ATR covered calls in the rare case that I do get a sign. But if you don't get a sign, if you're afraid that FedEx will go to 250 and you don't have 25,000 in your balance by next week, close the trade, take the hit, take 250 bucks hit. It's not a big deal. It's up to you how to manage this. That's why we trade small and we trade often. So if you have, as I said, let's say you got 20 trades a month, 16 will be worthless, 2 will be break even, 1 will be a small loss, 1 will be a big loss that you need to manage early. It all comes up to about, 3-4K, give or take. Depends on the month, depends on volatility. This is a bad month. Volatility is absolutely, after the election, volatility crashed. There's no, all those 100 bucks that you see here, a month before that, it was 2 to 300 at least. 2 to 400 even per contract, just because volatility was high. Simple as that. When there's no volatility in the market is at all-time high, there's holidays, all that stuff, then this is the situation, and it's only 100 bucks per 5K compared to like 300 bucks per 5K. So let's do the next one. This was a cash secured put. Yeah, it happens. Tasty asked for cash secured because MSTR, MicroStrategy, was so volatile. It went up 10% every single day. It was 423 bucks. We sold at 250. I'm okay adding 100 shares of MicroStrategy at 250. Okay, I'm okay with that. And if it doesn't, I collected, look at this, $1,750. That is insane. It is a cash secure put. Look at that. This is the Theta Decay, by the way. 80 bucks every single day. This option loses 80 bucks a day in premium, which is insane. Another thing, people don't dismiss Theta Decay. I love Theta Decay. It's one of the most important things that I pay attention to. You had to put 23,000 on the line, same as cash secured put. So that was the trade to do on Robinhood. Not all the others put 20,000 on the line to collect 100 bucks. If you only have 20,000 and you have Robinhood and you don't want to switch to Tasty for the less margin buying power, more buying power, as I should say, more opportunities, you could have collected 1,750 bucks. The same expiration, let's go here and sell the 250 puts. Okay, and if Misty goes to 250, which is around 400 now, yeah, I'll be happy to own, do the cover calls, all that stuff. 8 days to expiration, it's 400 bucks. Nothing changed. Really nothing changed except the option have got decimated. And look at this, it's still worth 170. How crazy is this? It's freaking worthless. It's freaking worthless, but there's still people are gambling. Volatility is so high on this one. I like to do MSTR, just an FYI. I like to do 10 days to expiration. Every 10 days I have a list of about 3 MSTR slash ES, like S&P 500 futures, and slash GC, the gold futures. 10 days, when the time is right, when everything aligns, those lose the most value, the theta decay. See here, it's still $50 a day to lose every single day. There's still a week to go, and it's worth 170 bucks. If you still have this trade, sure, you collected 90%, it will expire worthless. It literally will, it needs to go from 405 to 250. You can close the trade if you want, or just let it expire worthless, collect the full amount, almost 1,800 bucks, and you can count all this. It's about $3,000. We also have, I don't know, like 5 to 10 more, less than 10, 5 to 7, something like that, in the retirement margin school group. Trade ideas that we since started. And then we move to January, because we're already in the 40 to 60 days below. We're below 40 days now to write options for January. This is what I do. That's my thought process. Join me. Hope this was valuable. Collect income so you can pay your monthly bills. I'm not saying you're gonna make 10,000 a month. It depends on your buying power. It depends on many factors. As always, the more you have, the more options are available to you. Just like I said, like anything else in life, not gonna sugarcoat it. You need money. You need an account. With $5,000, it's just not gonna make it. 10,000, maybe do 1 or 2 trades, maybe. Super risky as well. This is not for the young people that are broke. I get it. I understand. But if you're 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, retirement age, around retirement, you have a nice little nest egg, something like that, this is something that could help supplement your income. That's what I'm trying to convey with my thought process. Join us on Schooling below. I'll see you next time.